accept year, month, day works for me, but certainly month, day, years is totally bizarre,
Okay,
ridiculous.
so this is see, this is interesting. Let's figure that out. Okay.
Mhm. Talking about that, I noticed that you put the month and then the day. And
American, you see? And you know what? That's interesting because when I'm with Noel, he gets mad at me if I send him something. Like if I send him an email, I have to remember, no, I have to put the day, the month, the
David,
year. I have to do that because otherwise he goes, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
I absolutely agree with him. So, is it a Canadian thing to do it like the Americans, or
No,
is it?
I just because you have to realize how close we are to them
Mm,
and how we pick up so much stuff
yeah,
from them. Listen,
yes,
if the British were still occupying my territory, we would not.
absolutely. So, in general terms, would you do day, month, year? Say, like if you were writing a check or something,
Let's
or
let's find out.
I know when my parents came over
No,
to the
you know, it's
US,
interesting. On my checkbook, it says year, month, day.
year, month, day. I think actually it's been accepted that they've flipped it round just to sort of make it different from the hours and the
Yeah.
American. Because that I
Um,
would accept. Year, month, day works for me, but certainly month, day, years is totally bizarre,
Okay,
ridiculous.
so this is see, this is interesting. Let's figure that out. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Year, month, day that we just talked about is commonly used in China, Japan, South Korea, North Korea, Taiwan, Mongolia, and often in Canada.
Ooh,
Year,
yeah,
month, day. Okay.
yeah.
Now, day, month,
Well,
year,
yeah,
the
the
standard in
correct
most
way.
of the world,
There you go. The correct way to do it,
including the UK, Europe, Australia, and most of South America and Africa.
but not Canada.
No, no, because we're doing it year, month, day.
Oh yes, you were joined in with that one. Okay, I'll let you
Yeah,
off
we're
that
kind
one.
of doing like China, Japan, North
Yeah,
Korea. Okay.
okay. That makes
Then
sense.
they have month, day, year, only really used by the United States
Mm,
and the Philippines, and a little bit to some extent Canada. See?
okay. Yes, yes.
Okay. And then it says like Canada is notably inconsistent because we use all three formats.
I refuse to use the American format, the
Yeah.
month, day,
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
If I can get away from it, I will not use it. I
Now,
will use
yeah.
year, month, day, and I prefer day, month, year,
Yeah.
personally.
Now, interestingly enough, in Quebec, the standard is year, month, day because it
Yeah.
follows ISO standard.
What standard?
Year, month, day is an ISO standard, they call it.
What's I what's ISO?
ISO is like um a what the hell is it called? International Standard Organization,
Okay,
right?
okay,
And you know, ISO the ISO has numbers associated, so it means different things. So this is ISO 8601, which is an
okay.
international standard for representing dates and times numerically.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So
in Quebec, they do, you know, if they're anywhere else in Canada, it could be up for grabs, but in Quebec, it's always year, month, day, which is why
yeah,
my check book is written
it's
that
written
way.
that way.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'd much prefer to actually put, say, like today is did we say the 7th? And I'd literally do it 7th March
Oh,
March
yeah.
2026. And
Yeah.
I like, if I feel like
See,
it, I
I would
will write
do,
it
if I'm writing an email to Noel, I'd do 07
out. Okay. Yeah.
March
Zero.
and the year.
Oh, you do 07 and then March.
Yeah.
See, if I did 07, I go 070226. You see?
You 03, you mean?
Zero
March.
three,
Yeah,
sorry, zero
yeah,
three. Oh,
yeah.
we're in
So
March
I would
already.
know, I would put out the day 07
Yeah.
and then March and then 20, whatever, the 2026. Now, the interesting thing is too, is with time.
Yes.
When you're talking about time, how do you write time to somebody? Do you use a 24-hour clock?
No, we do the
AM,
12
PM.
hours. Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So I
And
go,
I
yeah,
would do that to anybody else except for my one and only, because my one and only, having had some military
they do the
ties,
24 hour. Yeah,
I do it in the thing and I tell him, oh, 700 hours.
right. Actually, if I'm sending a time to my friend in France,
Yeah.
what we often do, say if we meet at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I usually put 1 p.m., 1400 hours
Yeah.
because they're an hour ahead of us.
Yeah.
So I do the two.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah.
but then that's for her, if you see what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. So she doesn't, you know what I normally do is I just look it up. Like, for example, this weekend, I think tonight we change our clocks.
Do you?
Yeah.
We
I
don't
think
change
we in
ours.
Canada change our clock tonight. Let me check.
We
Let me
don't
just,
change ours till the last weekend in March.
okay.
Ours is always the last weekend. So like last weekend of October, last weekend of March. So yeah, that would be, oh yeah, but
Let's
you
see.
do yours at a different time.
Yeah, it begins the second Sunday in March,
So
which
that's
is the 8th. So tonight I change my clock.
back an hour. Spring forward,
Spring
forward,
forward.
forward, forward an hour.
And tomorrow I have an appointment. So the first thing I'll do in the morning is I'll get up and I'll go to Google and I'll go, what time is it in such and such place or whatever, just to make sure,
Yeah,
like, because I actually have to call somebody in Vancouver.
right.
And I know it's usually 3 hours, but I have somebody I think told me I don't think they're changing the clock this year, or after this one, they're not changing it back, or I don't know.
Hmm. Yes, because ours British summertime, we're at Greenwich Mean Time at the moment, which
Yeah,
means that we're in line with Greenwich being zero, which
yeah,
is where all time comes from, which is in London,
yeah,
Greenwich Mean. Whereas we then go into what they call British Summer Time, which is an hour ahead of
yeah,
Greenwich Mean Time.
yeah,
So really, we should stay at Greenwich Mean Time to
yeah,
be proper, sort of
yeah.
thing. Do you know why they started changing the clocks? It,
That's debatable. Okay, some people say it's because of harvest. Some people say it's
yeah,
because of, trying to get on standard times for trains, and it's a debatable thing, to be honest.
I
Um,
heard it was to do with the farmers and the crops, getting the
yeah,
crops in.
um,
But and also actually time was standardized in this country
yeah.
with the introduction of the trains.
Okay, so this is what Google says. The real reason clocks began changing was to conserve energy resources for war efforts.
What? So when did they first start changing clocks then?
World War I. Germany was the first to implement daylight savings time in 1916 to save coal for the war effort. The United States followed quickly in 1918, passing the Standard Time Act.
Whoa. I okay. I didn't get that. I didn't know that.
And why it
Daylight
continues.
saving.
It's argued that longer daylight hours in the evening boost retail and tourism.
Yeah. So it was
Energy savings, it puts debated. While originally for energy, modern studies suggest savings are minimal.
yeah, I would have thought it was minimal. I can't,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But yes, apparently
But then
that
then as I was saying, the Uniform Act, that's the thing that standardizes the process in the US to
oh,
eliminate chaos for transportation,
yeah.
for
Yeah,
trains, you see, that kind of
yeah.
stuff, right? So,
That was what I was going to say because the clocks weren't exactly the same, say in London or Wales.
yeah,
And so they then standardized all the times for the trains so that the trains were on time.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how the same time in London was the same as in Wales to the minute. Do you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
whereas before there was a slight discrepancy in it. Whereas
See, yeah. So you see, Google doesn't even mention the poor farmers.
no. Now I always thought it was for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was wrong. Or not.
Who knows? I
Who
don't know. Can
knows?
I trust Google? I don't know. Yeah,
Well,
you don't need to be that far to see a difference in the daylight. I can tell you for a fact because I live approximately 700, maybe a bit more kilometers from Toronto.
okay.
Okay, I think. Let me see what's the distance. What is the distance between
But you're
Montreal
talking
and Toronto?
east-west type, east-west distance.
East, it's like an east-west. It's kind of like a northeast-west. Okay, actually, maybe
Hmm.
not 700. 544 kilometers, okay?
Okay.
Distance. That's not
Yeah.
a big distance, to be honest, 500 kilometers.
Right.
And when I'm at my sister's house, they have a half an hour more daylight west because they're west of me.
They're further west of you,
They
yes.
have a half an hour more, 30 minutes more of daylight.
But are they further south than you then, or is it?
Tiny bit because it's kind of like this. It's not
Yeah,
like
okay, so they're a
this,
little bit
but it's
further
not
south.
it's not like this either. So it's
Yeah,
kind of like this. Okay.
yeah.
But the
That's what I was
point
thinking.
is, daylight is done east-west.
Time
Not
is done
it's
east
not
west.
really well because the sun goes like this, right? It goes from,
Yes, yes,
rises in the east and sets in the west.
yes, yes. I know when I was a child and we went for a holiday in Spain, and it was noticeable, whereas we have dusk, so the sun goes down and it goes a little bit grey and then it goes dark.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Spain, you literally go from daylight to dark,
Yeah.
literally like that. And it was really quite a whoa, that's incredible. Because they're further south than us. So
Yeah.
the you don't get the dusk that we get up here, or
Yeah.
even the dawn that we get
Yeah.
up here.
Listen, it's only
Yeah.
about 200 kilometers further south
Mm,
from us. Um, so maybe it does have a little impact because, obviously in the summer, tiny bit. But I'm
mm.
not going to say it's more that because it's more 500 kilometers this way.
Yeah, east west.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. But then also,
Yeah.
if you actually think of the time zones,
Yeah.
say across America, um, and well, you even Canada, and the same going sort of the other way across Russia.
Yeah.
There's different time zones,
Yeah.
whereas most of Europe is in the same sort of time zone, even though they put their clocks forward an hour. They're
Yeah.
ahead of us.
Yeah.
That's by choice rather than
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah. So you
also,
see,
actually,
I just
interestingly,
looked that up. That
mm,
that 200 kilometers south only represents 1.8 degrees. You know how there's like degrees
yeah,
of latitude and longitude, right?
mm,
Anyway, that 1.8 degrees, it says it's very minimal,
oh,
very negligible on the
yeah,
daylight at the end of the day.
yeah.
So,
Thing that I thought was fascinating, years ago, I knew somebody from South Africa, and chatting with her, because South Africa is almost directly south from here, they're in the same time zone as us.
yeah.
And that would never have occurred to me
Yeah.
unless you're talking to somebody who
Yeah.
obviously, that was quite fascinating.
Yeah.
Amazing what you can learn from just chatting with people from around the world, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Like we do. Ha.
Like we do. Like we do.
Yes. The way
It's
before now.
very it's very gray here because it's finally raining and it's finally
Mm,
staying above zero.
right.
And
I
today it's supposed to go up to 12 degrees.
Whoa. That's more warmer than us.
Yeah, you see what
It's cold
happens? I
today.
told you we have extremes.
Yeah,
Extreme, extreme. It goes from one extreme in a day here.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not like we go from 40 degrees to minus 40 degrees, but
yeah,
it's just like today, yesterday could have been winter and crazy, and tomorrow could be summer here.
yes,
This is the nature of where I am located is so
yeah.
weird. I will tell you
Today,
right now, and it's like it's like not quite noon here, but it
right.
is already 6 degrees.
All right.
And by
Today,
and it's expected to be about 12 degrees by 5 p.m.
right. We only went up to 10 today,
Yeah.
and we're
Tomorrow
going
will be
down
10
soon.
here, and Monday will be 14.
Oh, wow. Well, we're
But then the
going up
next day,
to,
it's only going to be 3. You
yeah,
see?
we've sort of got similarly, but it's gone cold today. I felt cold. I've turned all my heating on today, and I haven't had it on for a few days. Not that
Yeah.
I've actually been indoors that much, but
Yeah.
um, I turned the whole lot on today, whereas normally I might turn one on or not
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, but all of our flowers are springing up. The daffodils are out. The primroses are out in flower. There's flowers out all over the place, and that's been in the last couple of weeks that everything's gone ping, which is
Yeah.
really quite. You just go, oh, it must be spring. It must
It
be
is,
spring.
it's very interesting because it's like you look and then there's nothing, and the next day you go, boom, and you go, how did that happen? Just like that.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think I might be able to get out with my lawn tractor. The ground is still a little bit damp, but it's not as
Yeah.
wet as it has been.
See,
And I
ours
want
is
to get
way
out
too
there.
hard. This is why we don't plant anything in this country until after, you don't do your planting in your garden until after May 21st, because we can still have ground frost.
Right.
So
Yes.
we have a shorter planting season probably, but
Hmm. Hmm.
right? And our ground gets very, very hard.
Yes.
Like it's like rock, right?
Right.
Doesn't matter. It's first of all, we still have a lot of snow on the ground. The rain is only melting it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We still have
Yeah.
a lot of snow but let's just say if there's 5 days of above zero, the next 5 days, and it
Hmm.
rains and it's above zero, I wouldn't be surprised in 5 days there's hardly any snow left on the ground and we actually see all of the ground, but the earth and stuff, but
Yeah.
it'll be hard as rock because
Okay.
it'll take all of, March, April,
To thaw
and
it out.
May for it to soften up.
Okay. The ground has got to be at least 5 degrees for grass continuously for grass to grow.
Right. And that's why I'm saying it doesn't really
Yeah.
start growing for us until about May.
Yeah. Yeah. So whereas ours is been growing, we've been
Yeah.
above the
Yeah.
5 degrees.
Yeah.
I think it's going to
Yeah.
go cold, bit
Yeah.
colder next week. But
Yeah.
no, it's above the 5 degrees during the night even. So
Yeah.
that's our grass is growing. That means
Yeah.
I won't have to buy the horses any more hay, hopefully.